So hello there, my name's Dane Lemaitre and welcome to the review. And this is a review on a Hornby cattle wagon in the Thomas Tank Engine range. Now unfortunately, as you probably know, the Thomas Tank Engine range has been discontinued. But recently I've been watching a documentary on the channel called Yesterday called Hornby Model World. And it features the more modern things that Hornby do now, so obviously not Thomas now, but a lot of the other stuff they do. And there's been a lot of talk about Hush Hush, which is a L&ER locomotive they just brought out. And in my opinion, it looks really, really good, and I would like to own one. However, unfortunately, I haven't got a model railway of my own, and the reason I haven't is because I still live at home, but at the minute, say a few years' time, hopefully I want to move out. And when I do move out, my plan is to build a model railway out of my own. And when I do, hopefully I'll start buying more expensive ones like that then as well. I mean, I've got a few non-Thomas related ones that I have, which I do really like. But so I do want to get that one as well, the Hush Hush one. So I do think it looks really, really nice. And funnily enough as well, Hush Hush was sort of mentioned in the Railway series. So in the Railway series, when Diesel came to the island of Sodor, and of course the TV series as well, Gordon thought that Duck called him a galloping sausage, even though it was Diesel telling lies, and that was based upon Hush Hush, which was known as a galloping sausage, and say a real locomotive. So, like I said, I'd like to think that he was mentioned in the Railway series as well, so I suppose that's how I sort of got to know about it, and I think it's a very unique looking engine as well, just how the boiler sort of slopes down at the front, and I do quite like unusual looking engines. But moving on to this, like I said, to me this is quite a nice model, and in the television series most of the cattle trucks painted brown, and some of them had faces on, and I went to Drayton Manor this year and I saw one of the cattle trucks there with a face on, and also the circus ones as well. Like I said, they're the models that were actually in the TV series of the show of Thomas when it was made using models before it became CGI animated. And they are based on actual BR brake vans as well. A lot of people seem to forget that obviously all the Thomas ones, they are based upon real locomotives. And the same with the rolling stock as well. But I don't think the same can really be said for the newer 3D version, which as I've not really seen, but I've seen excerpts on YouTube as well, just to get a bit of an understanding of it. And doesn't look anywhere near as good as the model series, and I think even the CGI series looked better than that. Like I said, this one is a sort of cream, sort of beige colour, and I've actually got two. I've got one in the box, and funnily enough, on the box, you can just about see Duck in the corner, Duck the Great Western Engine, which is a bit strange. But then again, I've got the Hornby milk tanker as well, the red one, which is quite rare in the box, and that had Thomas on the corner, which I can sort of understand because obviously Thomas has sort of become the main character of the TV series, which I suppose is what these are really based upon. So I say, and also I've got the express coaches in the old style packaging, and that's got Gordon on, which again I can understand as Gordon mainly pulls the express, but I can't really understand why they've put Duck on the box. Although, like I said, in the Railway series there is a cattle truck that looks very similar to the similar colour with a face, and it can be seen in this illustration with Duck in Dirty Work, and also a cattle truck was involved in the train that ran away and caused Duck to crash into the barber shop. That story was called Close Shave in both the Railway series and in the TV series. One of my more favourite stories, I guess, really, that one. And again, in Thomas Tank Engine, they were all based upon real events, the stories that happened in the Railway series. So quite a lot of realism. Apart from the fact that obviously the engines have faces and spoke. So like I said, I do find it a bit odd that Duck's on the front of the box. And if you look around the box, it's a bit worn on the side. I'd say it's quite an old one, quite rare, but not bad condition considering it's about 30 plus years old. And then on the back, it's got all the other ones you can buy. And again, it's always strange because on the back of all the boxes, it's always printed upside down than what it is on the front of the box. So I'm quite lucky to have a couple of them. And if you take a closer look, on the side, it says to be returned to Lewis. Lewis is actually a place, and funnily enough, as you probably saw back in August this year, I went to the Bluebell Railway, and Bluebell Railway is the home of Stepney. Stepney obviously being one of my favourite characters, again in the TV series and the Railway series of Thomas. And the Bluebell Railway did actually once run to Lewis, one of the volunteers was telling me, and if you look at my Troublesome Truck video, because I went there in August and that was part of my birthday sort of treat, going to the Bluebell Railway. And I was quite fortunate. My parents allowed me to go to a few other railways as well, so a big thank you to them, because they're not as keen on railways as what I am, so I'm quite grateful that they let me go to the others as well. Although one day we did actually go to Brighton, and in Brighton they went off and did their own thing, and then me and my friend Joe, whose channel is Joe Light Railway, we went on the Volks Electric Railway, which was quite nice. And it's funny actually, the Volks Electric Railway, what inspired me to go on that was an episode of Bodger and Badger, because it featured in one of the episodes. And that's sometimes what I do. Sometimes watch random TV programmes, not necessarily children's ones, but all sorts. And then I see a railway and I think I've got to go there, sort of thing, really. And I've been quite lucky in the way of trains this year and things I've been able to do this year. But like I said, it says to be returned to Lewes on there. And like I said, Lewes was the station I stopped at on the way and on the way back, because me and my sister went up on the train, met my parents who were in the car, and we got home first. So one for the railways, I guess. But obviously the roads are quite busy. Like I said, I do really like this cattle truck, and it's got some nice details. And again, I've said it before, Hornby do produce some really nice rolling stock. Like I said, this one's quite a rare one, so I'm quite lucky to have it as well. Like I said, I've got this one out of the box and one in the box. One thing I will say is it's got plastic wheels, and plastic wheels are not so good really, because they do leave marks on track, make it dirty and all that. But you can actually replace plastic wheels now and get metal ones, so I'd advise you do that. And like I said, hopefully when I actually come to do my model railway layout properly, I will actually have, we'll be replacing a lot of the wheels on some of these with metal ones. Also, I think with metal wheels they run a bit better as well, but I mean, I have had a run of this before, and it does run really nicely indeed. I say just on my basic floor layout that come with another set, but so I've had I was a joy out of it. So to me, it doesn't really matter too much not having a layout. It's been better to do something rather than nothing at all, really. Anyway, that's a review on this one. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.